Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, replay viewers? Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Way here. We got my main man Karl over here as well. So what's up, Karl?
Beetle Percussion, what's up?
Hey, Beetle Percussion. Thanks for joining us for lunch, guys. Welcome. We are here on Beverly Drive here in Beverly Hills, California. Daniel, NJ.
Welcome. Thank you for the
Casey. Thank you for inviting followers right now. Beetle, those of you who are just joining, if you'd like, you can swipe right and invite your followers. Thank you for those hearts. Appreciate it, guys. AJ, what's going on? Shouldn't you be in school right now, AJ?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing, man?
Lunchtime.
maybe you're eating lunch also,
Yeah,
or eating lunch together. Hey, Ashley. Just wanted to say hello. See you in the replay. Thanks, Casey.
Well, thanks for that.
Thanks for coming by. Rob, welcome. How you doing, bud? Hey, guys. Thanks for coming in. So as you guys are coming in, if you wouldn't mind swiping right, invite your followers. Let me just give you the rundown of how it's going. It's going great. We're about to have some lunch here in just a moment. If you're a first-time viewer, my name is Huei. I'm a musician, and we're here in Los Angeles, California. This is my buddy Karl.
At Karl Drum Tech.
Yep, definitely check out his account at Karl Drum Tech. Those of you who are sharing right now, we appreciate that very much. People who can't have lunch with us, at least you can catch the replay on the backside. And those of you who are tapping hearts over here, we appreciate all the hearts coming in. What's up, Alexis? How's it going?
What's up?
So we're gonna jump right into it, guys, because we don't have a whole lot of time.
Tammy?
Tammy! Hi, Tammy.
Shouldn't you be working?
Okay, so we're gonna show you where we are, tell you what we're gonna eat. We're gonna go on. We haven't ordered yet, so we're taking you along for the full ride. We may not be able to respond to comments a whole lot right in the beginning. No, I'm taking a test.
Oh.
The answer is C. Letter C.
Always.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're on Beverly Drive. We're outside of a restaurant called Chaumont, and it's like a French bakery brunch breakfast type place. Playing this background. Got it. Just finished the test. Got it.
Nice.
Thanks for those who are jumping in. We're gonna go in. Those of you who are tapping these hearts over here, thank you very much. We appreciate it. So
Absolutely.
Here we go. We're going on in,
Let's do this.
and we'll give you a shot as we're going on in. And let's see what's going on. I'm gonna turn this around. You can follow this cameraman.
Right. First time being here. I've worked here for about a couple of years now, and I have not eaten here. Grab some menus for us.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see what looks good. What do you think looks good?
Wild salmon bowl, chicken bowl. Otherwise, it's eggs. Breakfast. It's more like a brunch kind of deal. Other sandwiches. So I believe I might want to try.
I'm probably gonna go salad. So I'm thinking we got this lemon kale salad, poached chicken, chopped Caesar, quinoa, and arugula.
I'll try the chopped salad.
I'm gonna do quinoa and arugula.
Alright.
I feel like I'm watching Back in Your Life. I know, right? Thanks for joining us. This is like live vlogging. We'll give you a shot of, and guys, you gotta look at these desserts that they're setting up here in a second. I'll give you a shot in just a moment. What's up, Rob Romeo? Thanks. You know what you're getting?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try the chopped salad.
Quinoa. Oh, ask Carl to take me here too. It wasn't a lot of I take you to these restaurants.
I know, right?
It's Tammy.
Get a shot of those sweets, man. I'm sure people will be interested in that.
I'm gonna come down over here before we're waiting to order. Are you guys ready for this? I'm gonna give you a shot of all these pastries that they have in the window. There we go. Boom. That looks delicious. 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 Oh my lord. What is that? Chocolate croissants, regular croissants. Here's some sort of lemon over here. You got some fresh bread in the back. Did drum on the table for us?
I didn't bring sticks, so we can do some hand drumming.
I don't know if that would be responsible of us.
Whatever.
Noise pollution.
I've always done this, even in school. I just drum and the dust and get kicked out. That's just what happens.
Dude, I was the worst in class because I would always be tapping on the desk with my pencil. And now, like as a teacher, I can't stand it when there's all the extra sound.
Right.
And I always tell my students, like, stop moving, no extraneous noise. I would have killed myself if I was my own teacher. Let's go.
Hi. Good. Can I have the chopped salad? Chopped salmon? Yeah. From here? From here, please. Can I also get the, you have an unsweetened iced tea? Yeah. I'll have that.
Alright, so it comes up to 1363.
Yo!
Are you signing that for me?
Sorry? Sign it?
Yes.
Show us. I get in trouble for it at work. Yo, Californians, get the ribs.
Get the ribs? I don't know if they serve ribs here, bro.
Yeah, this is not.
Do you guys serve ribs here? Do you serve ribs here?
No.
I had a friend who was asking.
Alright.
No ribs. Hi, I'm gonna do the quinoa arugula salad, please. Also with an iced tea.
Carl, take over! What's going on, Beetle? So Huei is ordering his food. Ceiling. Yes. So what'd you guys think of my new haircut? I got a new haircut. Health for the win, that's right. Get some salads, eat some salmon. Well, not getting salmon, next time. Jerry Pickles, thank you. Too short, I know, yeah, maybe it's a little too short. Or it's just, everybody's used to like it being so long and out of control. But
Outside?
sorry? Yeah, let's outside. Is there a chandelier here? Oh, there is. There is a chandelier. Hey. All right. Well, this place called Chaumont over here. It's in Beverly Hills. So where's the title? There it is. Chaumont. So kind of swanky, little French place. So I guess just here, right?
I'm trying to think how we're gonna be non-distracting.
Non-distracting.
Oh,
Oh,
sitting down to eat.
yeah.
Why don't you talk for just a second?
So, okay, so Huei says, why don't I talk for a second? Okay, let me take you on a tour. This is Beverly Drive over here. Here in Beverly Hills. And Huei is actually being very considerate and nice and asking people, hey, can we like talk like to you guys here on Periscope? Thank you guys.
All right.
Set up your tripod. I'm gonna need to get one of these.
Dude, these Jebby pods are the way to go for sure. Although I don't know if we're
How do we get both of us? Unless you sit
over here.
That's gonna be hot. You were in drum corps. I was in drum corps too. I taught for 3 years, and like I'm so happy to be like not doing that anymore.
Well, I'm a total wuss now when it comes to temperature. Carl is enlisting.
Enlisting.
All right, guys. So those of you who are joining us right now, thanks for coming in today. We figured since we've been doing all these drum lessons recently, we figured we'd use this opportunity to just hang out and have some lunch, and then you guys can ask us questions, and then we'll hang and give you a chance to get to know us better as we're hanging out. So let's see who's in the room right now. 11. Excellent. MJM, Zachary, Daniel, Matt, Tammy, Heshley. Dude, I don't know Dude.
Dude, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel, I know Daniel.
Beetle Percussion.
Bradley, Grid Book. Mark's in the room.
Mark. Military cut. Yeah.
Tell us, where do you go to get your haircut, Carl?
I just go to Supercuts.
Nice.
You know, I used to go I used to go to a Korean place back home, and then they kind of closed down. So I started going to Supercuts, and I got my first experience from Supercuts on tour actually, and they did a great job. And I just figured, well, there's Supercuts at home, why not try it out? And I've been doing it ever since. So, shout out to Supercuts.
Do you have a regular person that you go to in Supercuts?
Yeah, but the regular person, she's pretty high in demand, so I kind of gave up on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you just like roll the dice.
I just roll the dice. It's fine.
Wow,
but,
that
you know,
takes some guts.
But my favorite person, you know, like she's just so in demand. She's so nice. She's like kind of like a motherly kind of figure, and it's just like everybody loves her. So
thank you very much. Welcome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Unsweetened iced tea. That's my drink of choice right there.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. There you go.
Thank you for joining, Anastasia, Orlando.
So guys, let us know where's everyone watching from right now. If you guys haven't had a chance to say hello to each other yet, you know, now's a good time.
Carl, do you Periscope too? I see your 15-second vids on Instagram. Well, thank you very much for checking it out. Yes, I do Periscope. So I have my Periscope account. It's also Karl Drum Tech, Columbus, Ohio, Clearwater, Florida. Fancy class, that's right. Miami, Florida. So yeah, so you can follow me on Periscope. I have a Twitter, I have Facebook, I have Snapchat. Follow me on Snapchat, guys. It's so fun. So check that out if you guys have a Snapchat. I got way into Snapchat, so he's not really using it that much right now, but you can follow him too on Snapchat.
I'm still learning how to use it.
Yeah, follow him on Snapchat and snap at him and bug him to do some snaps.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A bus in North Carolina. North Carolina in the house.
All right, guys, let's take a look at what we're eating here. So, Carl, what did you get?
This is your basic chop salad. It's pretty good.
What's inside a chop salad?
So we got some cheese, we got some tomatoes, got some olives. It looks like. Normally, I think it usually has like garbanzo beans. I don't think that's the case this time. You know, just some shredded lettuce.
Cool. All right, North Carolina. Oh my goodness. Bradley was talking about some barbecue, right? MJM, which city are you in North Carolina? Bradley, it's lunchtime, dude. If you haven't stopped working to eat, make sure you stop and eat something. You gotta take care of yourself. Dylan, where do you live in North Carolina? I'm in Greensboro. So Young Ping did her residency out in Duke. Mm-hmm. And so we would go out there and we'd visit. And there's this one, what was the name of the barbecue place? They were featured on one of those cooking shows. It was like Beat Bobby Flay. You're clearly talking about Carl over here, right? Yeah, I'll throw him a bone. All right. Anyway, love the barbecue in North Carolina. Good stuff. So we've got a quinoa salad over here. I got some quinoa, avocado, goat cheese. Looks like some beets and tomato on a bed of arugula. So, all right, guys. So let's dig in. You can see us take our first bite and see what we think.
Who do we address at Beetle Percussion?
Bradley.
Bradley.
I don't know if that's public or I'll just say Beetle Percussion.
Beetle Percussion.
Yeah. Beetle, do you guys prefer to remain anonymous, or is it okay if we use a first name basis?
Ooh, this is good.
Whatever is cool. Okay, so
cool.
Bradley is the man behind the
Bradley.
magic. Bradley and Ashley, actually. It's a duo team. Such sweet, nice people.
Awesome.
All the interactions that I've had so far, which have been just a handful, but super quality.
No, I can tell,
Yeah.
for sure. And thank you guys for sharing my videos. I really appreciate it. I mean, you know, it's huge, and you know, I'm more than happy to show off the pad and do lessons on the pad that Huei gave me, was kind enough to give me. So I'm really thankful for that. Thankful for Huei giving me the pad, and thankful for Beetle Percussion for making them. So yeah. Absolutely, of course, yeah. Thank you.
I'm not just saying that either. You know, especially like when we're in this kind of industry, a lot of times you meet people who, you know. I remember someone told me this the first time. It's like when you get into the business kind of thing in the music world, when you talk to people, it's always like, what does that person want from me? And when I realized it's like, you know, like when we first met, it wasn't about what we can get from the other person. It was just like a nice person, and it's about good people doing good work. Yeah. Who's that?
The king of 15-second lessons.
Yeah, I'm coining that, by the way. I'm taking full credit for coining it with that.
He did.
Zachary.
He gave us that.
Zachary.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't see the message. What was it?
There's more Beetle pads for us in the future. Huei, one of my students, Cody, got a floppy after watching your scope.
I saw that, man.
Guys, no, seriously, buy the Beetle pads. Like, they're amazing. You know, it's just, not only does it feel great, does it sound great, you know, and the quality is great, you know, but just obviously it has a great story in terms of just like, you know, like using recycled products. I mean, think about like, you know, for example, if you have like a tenor pad, how much material that is, and if that were all made from like recycled products, like that's amazing. Like, how awesome that is.
Tap some hearts out over here if you're a fan of the Beetle Percussion family.
And I'm eagerly anticipating a tenor pad. So,
Kate Simpson, are you happy? I'm very happy.
Yeah, they're amazing.
So, on that note, so Matt was talking about his student Cody who bought a Beetle pad after yesterday's lesson, and in his comment he mentioned how he just finished buying new tires for his car, right? And they said he also bought a Beetle pad, and what I said I tweeted him back. I said, "It looks like you're buying new tires and recycled tires." Because it's actually interesting because those tires, if I'm correct, Bradley, correct me if I'm wrong, but those come from California. They're like recycled California tires. So it's almost like I feel like when we're ordering a pad and it comes back to California, it's like it's coming home. It's full circle.
Oh, right. Full circle recycling.
And it's being transformed into a product that we can actually use and enjoy.
Right.
Nice.
Speak French. I don't know.
Comment ça va?
I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I know. I got an F in French.
Oh my! Is that like a good oh my god or a bad oh my god? Probably.
Not sure.
Yeah. Connor, we're in Beverly Hills right now. Just grabbing a little lunch. Carl's on lunch break. So this morning, we took baby girl to her 6-month appointment. All good.
Nice.
We will try. Absolutely, Bradley. It's easy. It's and back to that point about people who want to use you for something. You can always tell when people are manufacturing the enthusiasm for a product. And it's easy just to talk about it, and we're just sharing what we're working on. Salad's very good. Big fan of quinoa. It's actually a power food. I remember when I used to read a ton of Men's Health when I was in college, and they talked about all the health benefits of quinoa. Hey, Huei, I just finished my math test. Awesome, man. Hope you rocked it.
How'd you feel about it? It's just like doing a performance, right? It's like after your kids do a performance, you always ask them, so how do you guys feel about it? This is our perspective as instructors. We tell them, our feedback as far as like what we thought of it. Then the question becomes, how did you feel about it? Sometimes that can be different. Like I could say, yeah, that sounded great up there, da da da, and then inside the kids could be like, no, like it was not happening down there. Or vice versa.
Yeah. So, that's okay. Dylan, no problem. So the point of these scopes, guys, if you're just jumping in right now, the point of the scopes is we spend 90% of our time on social media offering free information when it comes to drumming and lessons. So, we thought we'd take this out.
Hey! Sorry.
This is live television. This is real life, guys.
It's LA, man.
So we figured we'd take this opportunity to just let you guys get to know us better as people. And you can see like the behind the scenes of what's going on.
My face.
Thanks for being such good sports, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Hi from Russia. Приятно познакомиться. I think that's how you say it.
Nice. Dude, that's amazing.
Nestorovia.
So guys, check this out. This table over here, there was a nice couple sitting here enjoying like a Diet Coke. They look like tourists visiting from out of town. And before we sat down, we're like, hey, do you mind if we sit down and eat next to you? We're doing this live video thing. The camera will be pointing this way. And you could tell the whole time that we were talking, they're looking at each other like, who are these people?
What is this technology? What is this? Talking on your phone, like talking to your phone.
Okay, so back to Dylan's question. He says, what do we do for jobs?
Wait, why don't you go first?
Okay. So, I split my time between teaching and playing in Los Angeles. I make my living as a professional musician. So right now, I would say 70% of my time is spent teaching at the Colburn School, which is a music conservatory downtown Los Angeles, California. Run a program called the Jumpstart Young Musicians Program, which is in the Community Engagement Department. And the idea is that Colburn, which is this music conservatory right in the middle, we have 15 partner schools surrounding the area, and we basically provide music instruction and classes and a performance experience for 105 students between these 15 partner schools. Each year we admit 35 students, and this is the third year of the program, so it's 35, 35, 35 for 105. Each student gets an instrument, a weekly lesson, small group lesson, and a full ensemble experience, and it's all at no cost to the students. This whole program runs on grants and foundation support, so it's kind of like our way of giving back to the community, all the intellectual and social capital that we have in downtown Los Angeles.
Who's your big supporters? Like, who are your big...
There's the CLICK Foundation,
CLICK, I've heard of that.
CLICK, yeah. The NEA helps us out, National Education and Arts Council, and like 3 or 4 more donors. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time. And then I'd say the other 20% of the time I'm at USC. I'm finishing up a grad degree this year. It's my last semester of coursework. I'm finishing up my DMA, which is Doctorate in Musical Arts for music teaching and learning. I'm also the teaching assistant for the music technology department. So that includes all the Pro Tools classes, Logic, Ableton, recording techniques, things like that. And I was teaching private lessons once a week. I think Andre's on here and AJ pops in here sometimes. But we just had a baby this past September, so time has been really strict. Totally missed the South Point guys. Missed them so much. But this is kind of my way of reconnecting with them at least a couple times during the week through the virtual world.
Nice.
How about you, Carl?
I work in the real estate biz, so I don't sell houses, but I support the people who sell houses. So I'm part of a brokerage firm. We have an office here in Beverly Hills where I act as the office administrator. And what that means is I run the office, make sure that I manage the staff. We have a concierge, we have a transaction coordinator, we have a marketing person, and I kind of help coordinate everybody to make sure that our associates get the support that they need. So it's very similar to, in some ways, to teaching drumline. In that, like when you're teaching kids, you gotta teach them, like, okay, do this, do that. You can't do this, you can't do that. And it's very similar in that, for associates, in terms of managing their listings, like you have to kind of look over their contracts and things like that, make sure that everything's signed correctly, because they're super busy and they don't always, my dad is a realtor, very nice. And then sometimes they're super busy. Sometimes they might overlook some things, miss a signature here and there, mess up a date here and there, and then you just kind of have to look out for, say, hey, like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. So it's very similar. Only difference is they make a lot more money than students, obviously. So that's what I do.
Nice.
Was there a question directed towards you that?
Yeah, MJM asked what prompted the move. So some of you know this already. I was living in Chicago, before I moved here, and was teaching in Chicago. So when I finished my master's degree at Northwestern, my plan was, and some of you who saw the Q&A, my first Q&A, originally my intention was to become a percussion professor at a university. And when I finished my master's, I had this, kind of crossroads situation where I had to choose between doing more school or trying something else, getting some real-world experience before going back to get the doctorate.
Nice.
And I felt torn. Like I didn't want to. I had this like urge to not go on straight through. I felt like I should, because the danger is you become overqualified for the position. Like you get an undergrad, a master's, a doctorate, and then you go apply for a job. And they're like, well, what have you actually done? And the answer is nothing. You have 3 pieces of paper that say that you've done stuff, but you actually have no experience. And especially when it comes to teaching music, your experience is such a huge component of the process.
Absolutely.
The paper, it's a piece of paper, right? Kanye West has a track on his, I can't remember what album it was, like in the early 2000s, but he has these little like snippets where he makes fun of people who have degrees and like how important. Anyway, that's an aside.
Oh.
So,
late registration or what's the other one?
It's been so long since I've listened to it. Late registration, yeah. Thanks, MJM.
Great album.
Yeah. So anyway, right around the time I finished my master's, which flew by like that, a buddy of mine got a phone call for a teaching gig in a suburb of Chicago, and he had just accepted a job somewhere else. And he says, I can't take the job, but who you should call is my friend Huei. So I get this call. He's like, hey, I got this call for the gig. Would you be interested in it? And I said, yeah, sure. I'll go check it out. And originally I had no plans of teaching high school, but I drove down and very fortunate, very lucky. Sometimes a couple guys from the school will jump on.
Okay.
Justin and Luke, if you're catching the replay, what's up? And I went down there, and it was a single unit district, which meant the district controlled all the schools. And sometimes when you're in multi-school districts, the red tape can get a little messy.
Oh, yeah.
But basically it was a program that had full support from the administration in terms of financial, social support. They totally believed in the music program. The students are great. The parents are great. 2 campuses, North Campus and South Campus. About 4,000 students between the 2 campuses. South was 9th and 10th grade. North was 11th and 12th grade. Anyway, all the potential was there. And the other director, who'd been there for 5 years at this point, the other director was retiring. He'd been there for like 30 years. And I was coming in and just had a really good feeling, my friend Mark. And we ended up teaching. I said, okay, went in for the interview. Everything went great. We ended up teaching together for 5 years, and which flew by like that. And I learned so much about teaching when I was there with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of, who you can learn from, I remember just, teaching for troopers. I learned so much from this guy named Pete Sapadin. If you guys don't know who he is, look him up, Google him, Pete Sapadin. Old school Blue Devil, old school BVK guy. He did 1 year of cadets. He was the caption head over at Troopers when I was there. I learned so much about teaching and drumming, just by working with him. And it was amazing. I mean, I definitely credit him with a lot of what I know today, actually.
So that actually reminds me of one of the questions that JD asked. It was JD and Dalton. And my first Ask Huei was centered around questions about majoring in music. And both those guys mentioned how they wanted to teach eventually. They saw themselves teaching in some capacity. And MJM, Matt, the veteran teachers out there are watching, you guys can all attest to how important teaching with other experienced teachers is.
Right.
I mean, especially when you first start teaching, right? Because the experiences you have as a student and the experiences you have as a novice teacher, you're so impressionable. So it's so important that you associate yourselves with the best teachers you can find. And for me, the hallmark of a good teacher is you look at their students and you see, what is their attitude towards music in the activity, and also, do they play well?
Right.
The product speaks for itself.
Absolutely. And also, just in terms of just missed the replay, is it on YouTube? I think you're gonna.
Oh, it is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as all my social media handles, guys. It's youtube.com/Huei-Yuan Pan. You can also just search my name; it'll pop up. And I've been posting up my replays on there that I think will be valuable Periscope-wise.
Absolutely. And then kind of, talking about teaching, and, I know we have some teachers watching here right now. Shameless plug, I have a new blog out on my YouTube channel, also Karl Drum Tech, talking about basically, I had a situation where, talking to my private student, and then his dad was talking to him, and he was like, it's just really funny that, my son is obviously getting better. We're taking, we're doing these lessons, and we've done it for like a long time, and his instructors at school never said anything. Like, they never said, wow, you're getting better, da-da-da. And bad signal, they cut out. Okay, so, if you can jump back in, cool. If not, thank you for joining. But he was saying that they don't notice it. And then he turns to his son. He's like, so have they said anything at all? And his son goes, we don't hear anything positive from them. And I'm just like, oh man, it's like, but it kind of hit close to home because I've definitely been in situations where I was that teacher where I never said anything positive. I only looked for the negative. I only looked for the things that they were doing wrong, and that's part of our job, right? That's part of our job, is to look for the errors, to look for the things that that need improvement. But then you got to remember as a teacher that if there is a breakthrough, like Mark said, if there is some achievement, you got to let them know, because that's how the student knows that they're on the right path. So, and I learned that from Pete Sapadin as well.
Validation is not common, unfortunately.
No, but here's the thing. On an aside, right? In terms of validation, I talk about this in my video as well. It's not about validation, right? Because for students, sometimes they look for the validation, great job, and they go, yay, right? And that's the reward. But that's not really what you should be looking for. What you're really looking for is the information to make you better. Not the feel good, make you feel good, for a couple minutes, whatever. But the actual information that's actually going to make you better. It's going to make you improve. That is what you're looking for. That is the most important thing. The feedback.
Yeah. Totally. Alexis, how did your background affect your teaching style?
How did your background affect my teaching style? Well, it's a combination of a lot of things. It's the experience of going through. Nice job with your left hand. Yeah, absolutely. You can say, good job in the left hand. it's a combination of just experience. Like teaching for a long time, I've gone through many phases where like sometimes I'm negative, sometimes I'm positive, and sometimes I'm too much of either one, right? And then it's like, okay, then it's like figuring out a combination. It's also, being around so many different teachers, being so many different students, and it just kind of like, in terms of being around students and the different, ways that they learn things and the way they act or they might react to you, you might adjust your teaching style based on who you're teaching at that time. And then you learn from that. You learn from the deep, as Wei mentioned, you learn from the different teachers that are around you. You see how they teach. You steal some of their techniques because it's like, wow, that was really cool, that was really good. So you steal it, and then you take it as your own, and then and that's how it's evolved to what I am now. It's a combination of all those things, basically like in the package of Karl Drum Tech.
Yeah. Let me just go back around your lowest level players have.
Lowest level players, like.
I teach kids from the very beginning, kids who have like zero musical experience. So
here's how you hold a stick.
Yeah, so my background was when I first finished my master's, I taught high school for 5 years, 9 through 12. We were also running Green Thunder in Percussion, which was the indoor program for Cavaliers. And what Cavaliers found out was that most of their membership was coming from outside of Chicago. So they started this program in an effort to, cultivate the percussion talent in the local Chicagoland area. I don't even know what the count is at now, but at this point we've had maybe 8, 9, or 10 guys, probably I would say about 10 guys who started in Green Thunder Percussion, which is now Cavalier Indoor Percussion.
And they're still active now, right?
And no, that have gone on to actually March Cavaliers.
Okay.
So, one shout out would be for Jesse Backus. He started out as a junior, maybe senior in high school, went to Downhurst Grove High School in Chicago, joined Cavalier or Green Thunder Percussion. Eventually, I think he went to March Colts for a summer. Eventually made the line at Cavaliers, and then he aged out as the center snare at Cavaliers.
Wow.
So those guys came in having some percussion experience, but it was about taking those high school players to the next level up. No problem. See you, Tim.
Thank you, Tammy.
So that was like high school to high school plus players. All the high school players with core and fundamentals. Yeah. The experience or the advice I would give is just start from the beginning like they know nothing. And every summer what we would do is we would have a 2-week drum camp in the summer at the high school that I taught, where the older kids would come back in and the younger kids would come back in. And what I would tell the older kids is, look, you're watching me teach the younger kids so that you know the information and how to introduce the information to the kids who know nothing. 8th graders would come in, I would teach them as if they knew nothing, basically. And for the older kids, it's a good review of the habits of making sure that their fundamentals are really in place. No matter how great you teach, you're going to have kids, it's a bell curve, right? You know that a bell curve, you're going to have kids at the top who are amazing. The majority of the kids are in the middle who are average, and then you're going to have a small group of kids at the bottom who are struggling and need extra help.
Right.
So these 2-week camps were a chance to help those struggling kids who are maybe juniors and seniors, but they still haven't quite figured out how to move the stick in a fluid motion yet. And use that opportunity to train the older kids how to teach the younger kids, because there's just one Karl, there's only one way, and what you need to do is you need to teach and clone yourself with the student leaders among the beginning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to kind of answer your question, I'm not sure how to answer your question, in terms of your director is asking you, if you want seniors at the freshman camp. Not sure how, what the best situation is for you, but I just know that, even for older students, it benefits them to hear basic information over and over and over again, because I've talked about this before. Reinforcement is huge. Reinforcement, just to hear the same information, it just gets ingrained more and more, and it helps you to internalize it, and maybe even think of it in different ways. And the more ways you can think about it, then the more well-rounded the information becomes.
Yeah.
And it becomes basically cultivated. It evolves, it matures, and I learned another thing, from Pete Sappin while teaching is when he gives information and he gives it to the entire drum line. He might say something like, make sure you don't come in early on your left hands. Now, some students may not have that problem, but basic fundamentals are key, absolutely. But some students may not have that problem, and he may not be addressing everybody in that moment in terms of like maybe you have that problem, just as one person. But what he's saying is listen to the information, listen to how I say it, because you might want to teach this to somebody else, and just assume that you're doing it. Assume that you're the one doing it, so that to make sure that you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like that was like amazing for me to learn that. I was like, wow, I'm gonna steal that one.
Yeah. There's as soon as you're the guy that like they're like West Side Snare Line that dirted out the roll got a little gray at the end. The triple roll was a little gray. The second you think, oh well, it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are it's you.
Yeah.
If you're that guy who goes like, okay, I need to be aware of that. I'm gonna pay attention to that next time. Then you've got the right attitude. But as soon as you're the guy that's like, well, it wasn't me. I was perfect. Then it's like, that ain't it. Rule number six. Hey, Mark, where are these rules that you keep? I saw you tell Casey like rule number 9, rule number 6. Is this like a Wedding Crashers thing where it's like rule number 47, never leave a crasher behind?
Assume it's you. Yes, absolutely.
Are these actual rules that are written down somewhere? Because I got to get hit. Oh, there are 11 rules. I got to get hip to these rules.
If you have a printout.
Rule number 47, only draw attention to yourself, but in a positive manner and on your own terms. I've watched Wedding Crashers way too many times.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
Name the rules.
So funny.
I don't know. What are the rules?
There was a question about how to... Bradley's feeling me on this. Bye! So there was a question about how to recruit. I'm sure you've got some good... But my short answer for recruiting is you've just got to pound the pavement. First of all, you need to build a product. Build a line that when people see, they go, wow, that's amazing. For example, blue coats is super hot right now, right? Because everyone sees blue coats and they go, wow, that looks amazing. I want to do that. So if you're running a high school line, your line needs to be impressive so that when middle schoolers see it or other high schoolers see it, they go, wow, I want to do that. The second thing is you just need to go out there and just start finding people. You know, like kids would always bring their friends into the band room, and I would always say hello to them, like, hi, what's your name? What are you doing, Matt? What do you play, Matt? Nothing? Why aren't you in the drum line? We have rehearsal next Monday. Come on over, join band. You know, you do that for jazz band all the time, like the extracurricular programs after school. You just gotta grab kids by the neck and say, what are you doing? Oh, nothing? Well, guess what you're doing from now on.
You think there are jobs more in Texas for music teachers?
Yeah. I do.
It's Beverly Hills.
I don't understand when people do that.
This is Beverly Hills. This happens in Beverly Hills.
So when people like honk their horn and they literally just hold it down, like honking your horn is literally the equivalent of just shouting at somebody, right? It's getting close. If you're walking down the sidewalk, and if someone were to stop in the middle of the sidewalk, would you just go, hey, hey? Like you wouldn't do that. Why do people do that with their car horns?
And I mean, you know, I was saying something about, you know, Beverly Hills. Mark was talking about thinning the line if there are discipline issues. There recruits and see that. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you might require that. But on an aside, you know, with the honking thing, this is just my opinion. But you know, I feel like there's kind of like an entitlement issue here, and I think that's why people do it. Like, you know, get out of my way. This is my road.
That's universal, man. Los Angeles,
More so
Chicago.
here. No, I'm walking around here on lunch every single day, and it's like there's definitely like 5 or 7 honks every single day I walk here.
When
The timing couldn't have been more better. I just made my point. I'm done. Drop the mic. Oh, sorry. I just spit on you.
That's right, Alexis. By the way, the guys who've been doing the Huei 5 for 5 hashtag Huei 5 for 5 challenge,
yeah,
slamming the guys that I've seen so far.
And today's last day to start. Is that correct?
Today is the last day to start. I'm going to do mine probably later this afternoon. What time is it right now?
It's people are in traffic, hate traffic, but they are the traffic. That's right.
You actually got to wrap up here, guys.
Oh, that's right.
I have a dental cleaning at 12:30 today. This is my 4-month checkup.
And let me do a plug here for Huei. Like, if you guys have not gone on that challenge yet, you need to frickin' do it. Trust me. Trust me. Like, you want to do it because it's gonna make you better, right? And but you just want to do it.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
And if you're not sure what the details are, just go to my website, huei-yuan.com, and it's the last blog post that's up there right now and explains what's going on. The hashtag is Huei 5 for 5, and just tag that so that I'll see it when I get on there.
Yeah, and you get free lessons.
And the idea is that if you do it, then it's 12 o'clock. It's just lunch right after. It's like right at noon right now. the idea is that if you do it for 5 days in a row, then I'll choose one person at the end to have a 30-minute Skype lesson with me. But old man hands, yeah. But the thing that I've discovered, guys, because I've only done 2, and I'm going to do my 3rd one today, is that as teachers, a lot of the times we get caught up in teaching, and we don't really have time for ourselves to take for ourselves and practice
To work on our stuff.
Yeah, and
Our ticks.
exactly. And what I've learned the last couple days is what's the exercise for left hand. Oh, it's just working on your left hand. You just check it out. Actually, I'm going to do that one today. So if you want to see me do it, MJM, you can see what I'm going to do with that. Basically, as a teacher, though, I was talking to Matt about this yesterday. How I was like, you're swamped and you're busy, you don't have time to practice. But for me, carving out those 5 minutes to practice, like, it's just good for the soul, man. Just like sitting down and just playing some drums, and you let the stressors from the day. I just feel better after I play. It feels good to play drums, and it reminds you why we got into what we're doing.
Just got to keep your hands loose. I think for me, it's just keeping my hands loose. The old man hands, they get tight, and they're not able to do the things that they're usually able to do. Just because they get tight, they don't get used. It's a little bit of atrophy, right? So you want to get rid of the atrophy just by making sure that you're just keeping those hands moving. All right. You want to just walk?
Yeah, we're going to make it over here. Before we go...
My bread.
Yeah. I want to show you guys... Look at this. This is the bread from this bakery. Listen to the crunch of the bread. That's how you know it's fresh.
You guys hungry yet? I bet
Hopefully you've
are.
eaten lunch. The people I'm most worried about are Bradley and Mark, because I know that they are pedal to the metal working right now. Make sure you stop and eat lunch, guys. You'll feel better.
Great.
Starving. See? I knew it. Mark, go eat, man. These guys are working
from
so
Russia. We get a lot of Russians.
hard. I love it.
Priятna pastakumitsa.
Yeah, no food, Mark. Mark,
Nestarovia.
as soon as we sign off, do me a favor, friend to friend, 15-minute break, maybe 30 minutes. Head clear, get some food in you, feel better.
You gotta feel the machine.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, Dad. All right,
The machine won't work if you don't feel it.
So it's funny. This was supposed to be like a get to know us scope, but it
ended up turning into drumming stuff again. But yeah, all right. You gotta roll with it.
like a drum Q&A. That's all right. Sky's so blue. Yeah, give you guys a shot.
East Coasters. What
Alexa's
up?
favorite color. What's your favorite color, Carl?
I think historically it's always been red, but I do like to wear black. So black is definitely one of my favorite colors, for sure. But historically, even as a kid, I think it was always red.
Mine has traditionally always been green, but I would say recently I'm on this like gray kick.
Okay.
Like just different shades of gray.
Right.
Dark gray, blue gray, light gray.
Mm-hmm.
Gray is just such a versatile color.
Sure. So
So-
is black.
Yeah. Red is best. Which type of bear is best? Well, it's wrong. Black bears are best. or false. Or what does he say? That's not the right quote.
Where's this from?
The Office.
Oh.
False. Brown bears are best. Dwight.
It's wonderful out. Yes, it is.
It's beautiful right now, guys. The weather here is just
SoCal, man. Can't beat it.
picturesque. This is what makes it depressing when you're in an office all day or a classroom, and you realize this is happening outside. What high school? What high school did you go to?
I went to Torrance High School in Torrance, California, which is in Southern California.
Fun fact about Torrance High School?
It's where you, if you've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie She's All That, or Beverly Hills 90210, it was filmed in Torrance High School.
Torrance, California. I went to school in Clear Lake High School, which is in Houston, right over by NASA. Moving there.
Moving where?
LA.
Yeah.
Or should I come hang here?
Nice.
Well, Mark, you already got 2 points of contact, so
Mhm.
I'm sure amongst the other ones you already have. So, looking forward to you making the move out here.
Yeah, I'm right.
When you guys open the West Coast branch of the Grid Book
There you
series.
go.
So guys, we're like 2 minutes out from the car. If you want to tap us some outgoing hearts as we're leaving here, we appreciate you joining us for the inaugural Wednesday Huei and Karl lunch hang. How close are you to Silver Lake?
Hey,
Silver
high
Lake's-
school, represent.
It's like 15 minutes north of downtown. We're probably another 15 minutes from downtown now, so say 30 minutes from Silver Lake. You probably have some family living out there, would be my guess. Yeah. And guys, thank you for tapping those hearts. If you haven't had a chance to, swipe right and share the scope, if you found it entertaining or there was some information that you liked in here, your friends can catch it on the replay.
And we hope to do this again, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do this every Wednesday from now on. If you want to jump in and have lunch with us, you can catch us on Wednesday. Ages.
Ages.
I'm 33.
I am 36, turning 37 next month.
Old.
Bastard. Whatever, Jackie Chan.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the last 2 scopes I've gone on, I've done some randos have been jumping on and be like, "Hi, Jackie Chan." And I was actually talking to my wife about this last night. I was like, "Is Jackie Chan the only Asian that people know?"
I guess, right?
He's not even like a current or Asian reference.
Talk about
Chinese.
brand awareness, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
So fast you told. So fast you told. I don't know what that means. Told our age?
Oh.
I know. But anyway, I can't understand. Oh, talking too fast maybe? Yes. Oh. 3rd floor, right? We're walking up the stairwell here. Okay, guys. Well, what's on the agenda for this week? Today's Wednesday. I'm gonna get my teeth cleaned now. Do some work from home. Thursday, I was supposed to do a technology unboxing yesterday, but there just wasn't any time. So I might do a technology unboxing if you guys request it for later today. Otherwise, I'll probably do it on Thursday. And then the next lesson will be this Sunday at 7 p.m. Central. And thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Things were great. So check this out. My daughter, she's on they graph your growth. There's 3 things they measure: your weight, your head circumference, and your length, like your height. And she's right on track in terms of growth for the head circumference and the weight. She's 47th percentile or so, but she's springing up like a weed. She's on the 97th percentile for height.
Wow.
97th percentile means if you took 100 people in the room, she would be the 3rd tallest person in the group of 100 people.
Oh my gosh. Is your wife tall?
No,
Oh.
she's tiny. She's little.
Oh.
But it's funny because my mother-in-law always jokes that I'm from the north. My mom is from Beijing, which is northern China.
Taller Chinese people?
Yeah, and so they say that guys from the north are taller. So we got a little northern baby, and she's tall for her age. I know, she's gonna spring up, and then when she hits 3rd grade, she's gonna stop growing, and she'll be the size of my wife. Probably.
Aww.
Yeah.
Darn it.
All right, guys, let's give you one last shot of Los Angeles before we go. Mark, this is for you. Soak up some of this LA sunshine. See Karl.
What's up?
All humans, 3rd tallest.
So that building over there, which is the 60 Hotel, you can see that. They have a rooftop bar over there. So might sometimes go there and have some drinks. So it's pretty cool.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging us. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay? All right. Thanks for all the hearts and the love, guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Boop. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video with me and Karl. It's our first lunch break, which we're going to try to make into a weekly series. You can find us on Periscope every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you enjoyed the content and would like to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe here. And you can find me on all these social media channels here as well. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you guys later. Bye.